interesting days as a lawyer when you get this call from your client and you're like, hello, how you doing? You're like, oh, the law barrister, oh, I just come make I tell you say I did police. So, and you're like, you did police station, what's happen? Or what happened to you? Why are you in the police station? You'll be like, oh, I was owing somebody money and I could not pay up on time, and next thing the person reported to the police and the police arrested me, or I did police station, like, come and bail me. And you're like, just because of your owing money, sometimes it's like, oh, the law, me and this particular person, we did business, I told the person I will pay on this particular day, I could not meet up with the payment, and I've been trying, I've been begging the person used police lock me or saying that only when I pay, they go release me. On other days, it's your client calling you to seek your advice to tell you, oh, barrister, this man is so and so is owing me this amount of money. Oh, I heard that if you use police to be fast. Even when you as a lawyer is advising your client that, oh no, let's seek other means of seeking redress or recovering the money, they would rather prefer that you actually go to the police. And when you don't want to apply or use the police, they'll think you just don't want to do your job as a lawyer. I don't know how we're fast getting into this state of mind where we feel already, we have this impression that yes, for every time you wish to recover your money or one time someone is owing you money, you must always employ the services of security agencies or law enforcement to recover the money. It's fast becoming a norm and a way of life amongst Nigerians. So if Mr. A is owing Mr. B 500,000, for example, and he cannot pay within a specified time, Mr. B will always want to rush to the Nigerian police or to some other security agencies to make sure that he involves them and they bring the person, either arrest the person or beat the person up or lock the person up or the person pays. It has been said several times without numbers, by lawyers and even other professionals, that police is not a recovery agent. The Nigerian police or security agencies have no business in recovering debt. Like when someone is owing you money, you have no business running to law enforcement, except there's the element of crime. Possibly the services you rendered was obtained under false pretense, or possibly the goods you gave that person was obtained under false pretense or by fraud. Maybe the other person employed fraud or other means, other trick, unholy means of getting those goods from you or obtaining those goods from you. That is different. Or possibly the person paid you with fake currency or issued dodge check and that is when you can have the element of crime coming. But when it's just it's a regular gentleman agreement that, okay, party agree that, oh, on so and so day, you pay me this amount of money, you refund this money back, or I'm giving you so and so money, that on this day you will return my money back, either with interest or without interest, or okay, I'm giving you these goods on 21st of this month, you pay back, you pay so and so amount. And possibly 21st comes, the person is unable to pay, the person fails to pay or meet up with the obligation to pay at that particular time. The police have no business in that kind of arrangement. It is purely a civil matter. It's a civil arrangement between parties. Nigerians, we must always respect that. This is one mistake we keep making. And interestingly, we have this mindset that yes, once the moment you employ the Nigerian police or security agencies, you're going to get your money sharp, and it's fast and it's the best way. Yes, some people may have been lucky to have employed that means and they got their money. But nevertheless, it's important for you to tell you that you are sitting on a keg of gunpowder if you're actually involving law enforcement agencies in debt recovery, especially when there's no element or flavor of crime in it. Why do I say so? The role of the Nigerian police is basically the protection of life and property, security of lives and property, protection of citizens, the prevention of the commission of crime and the arrest of prosecution of offenders. There is nowhere in the various duty of the Nigerian police or other law enforcement agencies that it is said that yes, when Mr. A and Mr. B have a civil agreement or Mr. A does not pay Mr. B money and there is no crime, there's no established element of crime, then the Nigerian police can come in and become a mediator or debt recovery agent. No, there is no law, there is no authority to that effect. It is we Nigerians who have become so overzealous and decided to abuse the power of the police. The police have no business recovering debt or someone is owing you money. No, the police have no business. There are set means and procedures for the recovery of debt. If a person is owing you money and you feel that this is a substantial amount of money and you want to recover it back, there's a procedure. You involve your lawyer. You can on your own make demands, and when you see the demands are not going anywhere, you can involve your legal practitioner or your lawyer to write a letter to the particular person. When the person fails to honor the letter, there has been given notices and written letters of demand to the person and he fails to honor these demand notices or demand letters, then you can institute an action depending on the amount. If the amount is not so big, you can institute it in a small claims court, which employs speedy means of dispensation of justice. If it's such a huge amount of money, you can go to the High Court or the magistrate or High Court, depending on the monetary, the amount in question. But no, we want sharp means. Now let me tell you the adverse effect of employing security agents or police in recovery of debt. Now, for the main fact that yes, one, the police has no duty or business being involved in civil contractual issues as this. The moment you employ the police, and for some reason, the other person is arrested and detained in the police, and it is established that there is no element of crime, that other person you've arrested can bring an action against you and the police as parties for what we call forced imprisonment. He can bring an action for the breach of fundamental rights, the breach of the rights to liberty, and possibly the right to dignity of human person. Now imagine you arrest a person on Friday or Saturday, a weekend, and the person has to sleep over till Monday. The person can bring an action against you for false imprisonment, for breach of right, fundamental human rights, right to liberty, like freedom of movement, and right to dignity of one person. Especially when in the course of being in that cell, the person is exposed to dehumanizing treatment. Now, if you're not unlucky, because most times in Nigeria we feel that we have money and you want to do things, you want to make things happen. Now you now facilitate the person being charged to court. And when the matter now goes through the whole stages of trial or anything, or however it goes, and it is established that there is no prima facie case or crime committed by this person, and the matter is thrown out, is dismissed, you can also be liable for malicious prosecution. It is the duty of the Nigerian police to investigate. But you, who made a very malicious, frivolous complaint against a particular person, can be liable for false imprisonment and breach of fundamental human rights. Because I don't see the reason where we have a gentleman agreement and you involve the police without a crime. The person has admitted that yes, I am owing you, but I'm saying that give me so and so time. But because you want your money sharp and you say that, oh yes, Okeke used this means and it worked for him, then I must use it. Now listen to me, all ye that have ears and are willing to listen. Stop employing the police in the recovery of debt. The police is not a debt recovery agent. Some of us even go as far as going to, because we feel we have a friend in the military or we have guys in the military, we even involve officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces to recover debt. Sometimes they end up beating the person or locking the person in one particular place. See, if you have been a victim of being arrested for something that is purely civil, just debt recovery, and there's no element of crime, you can actually seek redress by engaging the services of a lawyer to take the matter up. Because certain things, they say what is worth doing is worth doing well. If there's already a means established for the recovery of debt, why not follow that means? You want the sharp means. You say, I will be waiting, they turn belle. So listen to me today and amend your ways. Stop employing the services of law enforcement agencies in the recovery of debt. There are plethora of Supreme Court authorities and authorities of the courts to establish that the police is not a debt recovery agent. But the problem is, most times, it's not. Yes, the citizens have their own parts to play, but we also have the parts of the law enforcement agents who indulge citizens who come to them to make this complaint. You've already gone through the case and you see that yes, there is no element of crime, but because yes, the person is offering something very substantial and mouth-watering, you want to take the brief and yes, okay, arrest the person. At the end of the day, when they start choking, you now say, you carry complaint, come or go handle and go on. No, everybody will be liable. The police will also share in its own liability. So on the part of citizens and on the part of law enforcement, let us stop allowing the abuse of the powers of law enforcement by encouraging law enforcement to be involved in debt recovery matters. It is strictly the responsibility of the court to provide redress in the event of breach of contractual terms. When there's a breach of terms, parties have to seek redress as appropriate. And the appropriate way in a debt recovery matter is to what? So first of all, write demand letters. If you try on your own, you make demands and the person is not releasing, you engage the service of a lawyer who will write letters. Now, who will write demand letters and make the formal demand of this. When the person breaches, give the person notice on the fact that if he fails to repay the debt within a particular time, you will seek redress in court or other means possible. Now you seek redress, the person has failed, you go to the court and seek redress, and the interesting thing is, when you go to court, and it is established that you have a cause of action, and yes, there's merit to your claim, you will not just get the money, you also possibly get damages. For the period of time the money has been away from you, the interest the losses you have suffered for the ability to have your money available to you at that particular time, and you may even get cost of action. So you find out that you're not just going to be getting the money, but if you go to the Nigeria, if you employ law enforcement agencies, if you go to the police to make a complaint and there is a particular person, the only thing you will likely get is possibly the money. And don't forget, you look at the cost. You're going to mobilize police, you will do this, your own transportation and everything. You find out it is penny wise, pound foolish. So it is wrong for you to employ the services of law enforcement, because you can be liable for one, breach of fundamental rights, the right to dignity of human person, the right to personal liberty, and if something was now, God forbid, the person now dies, you can be liable for the breach of the rights to life. So you look at all these things. Then also you can be liable for false imprisonment. You can be liable for malicious prosecution. So let all that have ear listen today and avoid employing law enforcement in debt recovery matters. My name is Aaron John Obizoba, aka Ogajo, and this is Law to Win Naija. Don't forget to stay tuned, continue to like, share, and don't forget, if you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, share the link to other persons so that they can subscribe and learn new things and get updated. Thank you for watching.